My mods are feral and I trust them completely. They are all over it. If, however, you do think, hi Carrie, you do think, yeah, same Dazza, if you do think you've been blocked by mistake, then please message one of them. Hiya Queen, you alright, love? Message one of them and we will review. Hi Harriet. So, thank you Rufus, love. Thank you Jules. Evening Jules, evening Queen of Hearts. So, you're on notice. Think before you text, type, whatever. Hi Taz. Evening Fiona. Thank you Rufus, love. I'm not in the mood today. Evening Monique. I'm not in the mood. So here's your friendly, hi Linda. Here's your friendly reminder that Orion speaks to minors. Thank you, Rufus, love. Evening, Joe. Not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you, Rufus, darling. Appreciate you. Hang on a minute. Let me pin you because you became a title gifter. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Colette. The fact... I know, Helen. Evening, Turvy family. Evening, Portia. The fact that we've got somebody who threatened to unalive a child today, they were at popular number 1, blows my mind. The fact that we had... Hiya, Munchkin. Thank you, Munchkin. The fact that we had a live with somebody who was so drunk they couldn't get their words out. Violations found? None. Wild. I just don't understand what's happened to this app. Hiya, Tuppy Mains. Hiya, Kazza. I don't understand at all. Evening, Daisy. Hi, Cornish True Crime. Hi, Ray. Hi, Tracy. Oh, deflection. Absolutely. Hi, Shorty. Evening, Warrior. You all right? Evening, Vicky. Hi, Luke. I'm good. Thank you, Vicky. Honestly. Holding up crafting scissors, you get violation. Exactly. I mention the word Incafrol and I get a warning. Make it make sense, TikTok. Please. Thank you, Andy. Make it make sense. You are targeting the wrong people and you are not doing violations to the right people. Okay? And it frustrates me. Why are all the drama people... Do you know, like, the 1% of the country... The 1% of the country has 50% of the wealth? Or some such similar. Something similar. It's like that on here. Except you've got to be in Dramatalk. And then that's where the money is. Thank you, Alice. And if you refuse to be in Dramatalk... I mean, hi, Alice. If you refuse to be in Dramatalk, or you dip your toe in Dramatalk and take it straight back out again because, quite frankly, it makes you feel ill, you're the problem. And yet, meantime, you've got people with 4, 5, 6 people in a live whilst they're singing. Beautifully talented people who can't get an audience. You've got people holding lives who have conditions, lifelong conditions, can't get an audience. But then you've got another live where you've got a couple of drunk people in, all having a go at somebody, and they've got the numbers in. Not only that, they're getting gifted. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Honestly. Oh, it drives me nuts. Thank you, Ellie. It drives me nuts. Evening, Michelle. Drives me nuts. All the wrong people earning all the money. Awareness don't do it for money, let me tell you. But I know a few awareness people who could do with the money, quite frankly, and refuse to benefit off raising awareness. Evening now. Thank you, Only Me. Does my head in. Does my head in. People behave so disgustingly on here. And it pays. It pays. No, Ellie, no, it's just me ranting. Hey, Sophie. Oh, Sarah. Do you know, if it wasn't for the fact, thank you, Nell, if it wasn't for the fact that I truly do believe that raising awareness is really, really important, I'd be gone. I'd be long gone. I would not be here. On the app, I mean. Thank you, bad luck, darling. I wouldn't be on the app. Nah, not for me. But I think awareness is really important. So, awareness. Here's your daily reminder that Orion speaks to minors. Evening, Bex. Oh, bless you. Right, let me pin you. Can we pop the Turvey family a follow, please? Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, G. Evening, Natalie. Thank you, Em. Pop the Turvey family a chat, and if we can catch her when she's live. Hi, Cinnamon Girl. Oh, Smoggy. Bless your heart, darling. First of all, thank you for the work that you do. And secondly, that's disgusting. That you're in that situation. That's disgusting. So thank you, Hayley. I'm reminding everybody because Orion seems to think you can come back to the app or to a app and post like nothing's happened. Nothing at all. So those voice notes have just magically disappeared because your mum's around. Is that right? Yeah, I've got a couple of things to say about that. Right? Number one, where's your mum staying? Where's your mum staying? That's number one. You couldn't get Mew spayed because there was something wrong with Mew, and now they're both getting spayed, her and Diva. Really? Since when? Since when does a vet cancel spaying and charge you a £10 cancellation fee? I'm sorry, what? Never happens. Never happens. Something wrong with your liver, did you say? Evening, Shelley. Something wrong with your liver? Since when? Since when? If there is something wrong with your liver, can I suggest you lay off the rugs? Right? And that's a big if. Thank you, Shell. Massive if. Personally, don't believe you. I treat everything that comes out of your mouth, Orion, as a lie until I can get it verified. Never used to be like that. Always used to treat it as the truth unless I could debunk it. Now I treat it as a lie. So don't believe you. Hi, Josie. Don't believe you. Something wrong with your liver, but you're drunk. Something wrong with your liver, but you're out drinking. That doesn't sit right, does it? No. But there you go. There's your get out of hormone jail free card, if you need to play it, isn't there? So, you know that hill I said I'd die on? Yeah. It's called Orion Isn't Trans. Hiya, Purge. That's the hill I'm dying on. Not trans. Hi, Evie. What's convenient about it, Laura? Bear with me if I'm snappy. I've every reason to be, but what's convenient about it? Oh, he's now saying the same thing. I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. That's all right. No, she's fine. Whoever that is fine. Laura's fine. Good evening, Jan. 100%. Abso-flippin'-lutely. What was it B and Creators were saying? That someone had said on there, had mentioned a condition, and all of a sudden Orion had it. So, you're getting Muse spayed now, so her condition's completely cleared up. Yeah? Number one. Number two, the vets don't charge you a cancellation fee if they've cancelled. So you cancelled that vet. You did. Anyone looking for the evidence? Spartans FYP, it's on there. Thank you. We're doing our best. You posted, a 10-second thing of you crying. Of you crying. Of you crying. Have you thought, thank you, JPC, thank you, Leslie. Have you thought about, just for 1 second, the victims, and I do say victims, of your language on that WhatsApp group or likey group? Have you considered them once? Because when was this back in 2021? So there'll be what? 14, 15. Hiya, Jem. 14, 15-year-olds now. No. So have you considered them and their feelings and how they might be dealing with the aftermath? And what effect you've had on them? Or are you too busy feeling sorry for yourself? That you've now roped mum in to come and hold your hand. You got your mum round to hold your hand, have you? Kept you offline, has she? Best take her advice. Because awareness is not happy. Awareness is paid off with you massively, actually, not going to lie. Because you're the problem with the app. It's you and your misinformation, your dangerous medical information, your absolute lies. Do you know, what did you put on your Instagram post? Oh, that some trans woman had threatened you, that they were going to do something to you when you were out. But what you absolutely neglected to mention was that you threatened said trans person first, didn't you? Didn't you say if you ever saw them out and about, that you would do something to them? So did they not respond in kind? Yeah? And when she approached you on a live, was it you that was live or someone recorded it and she approached you? Yeah? You weren't so big and hard then, were you? But she didn't do anything to you. She said to you, did she not? Come on then. This is what you said you were going to do to me if you saw me. Here I am. But you didn't put that in your little Instagram post, did you? The fact that you were the one that made the threat first, not her. But you want everybody to be kind. You want everybody to be kind and be nice and show lots of love. To you, nah, not happening. See, I'm going to come live as often as I possibly can, and I'm going to remind everybody that you spoke inappropriately with minors in a chat. And I'm going to keep telling people, and I'm going to keep signposting people to where they can find those recordings. Right? And I'm going to keep going and keep going and keep going. Yeah. Mister, I wasn't on the app in 2021. Really? Yes, you were. Already proved you were. So you know when you were saying to Miss Faye, but I wasn't on the app in 2021. But you were though, weren't you? Because somebody diligent found the recording of you complaining that you weren't able to go live when you were 17 in 2021. So that was a lie. See, this is why awareness exists, right? Because your Instagram post looked quite nice. It looked like it had been written by a pretty decent person who just wanted peace, who just wanted to go about their ordinary everyday business without any hassle, without any hate. That's what it looked like to the untrained eye. So awareness exists to come behind that post and say, well, that's wrong, that's a lie, and that's out of context. And then signpost people to the proof. So if anybody's wondering, the trans person that was allegedly going to come and do something to Orion if they were out and about was a lovely lady. She's on here. She does morning beaches. It's 6:28 a.m. approx. I can't remember her name. Is it Natasha? She's a trans elder. She's an elder in the community. Absolutely lovely woman. She has a lot of time for people. Just bear with me a second. She has a DeVille, that's her. Is it Natasha? DeVille, right? She's the one that you threatened, isn't she? 20 plus years older than you, yeah? But you threatened her first. But you neglected to mention that. So if anybody wants to go and... Hi, FYP. Recap. If anybody wants to go and ask Miss Natasha DeVille, hi, Samantha, please feel free. FYP Recap will tell you she's the one that Orion threatened. Yeah? Not the first person you've threatened either, is it? Not at all. Thank you, Alex. Did you see it, FYP Recap? Did you see the Instagram post where Orion said that they were threatened by somebody, meaning her, that this person was going to do something to them if they saw them out and about, but neglected to mention that Natasha was the one that was threatened first? Yeah. Dory the fish. Oh, absolutely, Rebecca. Totally agree. But it does my head in. It was a long time ago, Joe. The reason I'm bringing it up is because Orion did yesterday. Orion brought it up in a post on Insta yesterday. So if Orion brings it up, then I'm going to bring it up to correct the misinformation that Orion puts out. So Orion was not randomly threatened by somebody. Orion threatened them because they didn't like what this woman was saying about them and their transition, right? So if he puts it out there, I will. Thank you, Bruce. Simple. I'm past caring, can I just say? I am past caring. Oh yeah, trying to say it was recent. 100%. 100% trying to say it was recent. And it wasn't. Was it, Orion? But you are grasping absolutely, thank you, Jane. Evening Nest, you are absolutely grasping at straws now, aren't you? You must be on your last handful of straws now. Oh, and I'm all set up to Cam 2 now as well. So when you do go live, you won't see me, but I'm all set. I'm all ready to go. So you're going live on the other platform, aren't you? So you don't get the truth over here. Because you don't like the truth over here, do you? No update on the passport. However, can I say that most of us are not that bothered about the hiya Jay love, you're right. Most of us aren't bothered about the passport because the voice notes of the thank you Gemma of the inner miners, the voice notes were more important. Oh bless you, darling. Were more important. The passport was absolutely done to deflect 100%. And it's funny, isn't it, Orion, because when you mentioned the passport on your live the other night, what did your mum tell you to do? Zip it. I find that interesting because your mum only ever tells you to be quiet when you're fibbing or you're twisting the truth or stretching the truth. That's when your mum tells you to zip it. Yeah. I've noticed that. So you're going to get both cats spayed, are you? Fabricated, yeah. Yeah. You're going to get both cats spayed, are you? You do know, don't you, that the cat should not travel 10 days post-surgery. Hi, Amina. 10 days post-surgery. So does that mean that Diva's going to be staying with you and Mew in that tiny little room that you have? If you can think of something that... So has Insta been contacted? Has the RSPCA been contacted? If you can think it, we've already done it. I know, Bruce. If you can think it, it's already been done. Awareness is very, very hot on this stuff. We're very, and I say we, not me, we as a group are very hot on this stuff. Thank you, Gemma, love. Hi, Sophie. So you and Sophie. Thank you. Mew and Diva are at Orion's. Yeah, same. Thank you, Save. What was the question that somebody... Thank you, Kelly. I didn't see that then. Hiya, Kelly. You all right? Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm just going back. Yes, yes, Tups, they are definitely at Orion's because they were out in London. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just... Both cats are female, yes. Hang on. I've missed something somewhere, but I'm... I don't know, Sajida, sorry. I don't know. Whether Maria is staying there. Because that room is tiny. I would be very surprised if there's any floor space for like a hiya Kaz. Hey Andrea, for any kind of camp bed or, you know, pull out or whatever. I'd be very, very surprised if there's room. But again, I would also be incredibly surprised if there's anywhere else for Maria to stay. I don't know, Cornish, that might be that. Yeah, that's true. There might be a room. Yeah, I saw the inflatable mattress. Oh, thank you, Laura. I've forgotten about that, Michaela. Hiya, Lego, love. Thank you, Lego. So, I mean, honestly, Maria, if you can share a room... Thank you, Mr. Legaff. Hope you're all right, love. Thank you, Mina. If you can share a room with Orion, fair play to you. I certainly wouldn't. No. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Mr. Legaff. I wouldn't want to share a room, but that's entirely on you. I'm assuming there are 2 cat litter trays. Oh, Mr. Legaff, I'm so sorry, darling. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Marguerite. Thank you, Chaotic Mum. Thank you, Sen Mum Sam. Oh, make no mistake. Maria is always summoned when the what's it hits the fan. Always. Because Maria is the only one that can do damage control and is the only one that can rein Orion in. As far as I'm aware, Maria is with E. How long Maria has been with E, I don't know. But I do know. Thank you, Grandel, love. Hi, Louise. Oh, yes, Victoria. I think this is Last Chance Saloon. Thank you, Miss 89. Thank you, Louise. I think this is Last Chance Saloon. Thank you, Louise, Miss 89. Was it Tuesday? I've no idea. I only know that she was there yesterday. So she is always called in as backup and reinforcements to limit the damage. So thank you, Aidan. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Victoria. So as far as I'm aware, I mean, it's the fact that she's... I mean, the one good thing that has come out of this is that we can see Diva. And Diva is clearly okay. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Cornish, love. And Diva is, yes, please, FYP. Diva is clearly okay. But I tell you what, it also shows, Orion, it shows how small Mew is. Now, that's not to say you don't get cats of different sizes, because that would be, yeah, Aiden, because that would be something that would be silly. Thank you, Soph. That would be silly to say that you don't get cats in different sizes. However, Mew's small compared to Diva. Diva was surrendered to Maria, if you can call that surrendering. Hi, Tori. So, thank you, Tori, love. Yeah. They're feeding me male toppers, not males. Alex, not questioning you for a second, but do you have any proof of that, my love? Because if you do, can you let me have it? No worries, Nat doll. Hi, Betty. Thank you, Walking Amethyst. Sorry. Thank you, Claire. Hi, Friar Louie. You all right, love? Good evening, Claire. Okay, Auntie Di. Thank you. Hi, Mama Yoda. Thank you, Celine. Do you think so, Mags? I'll be honest with you, that hadn't occurred to me, but yeah, thank you, Susan, love. Hi, Harry Potter, I'm good. I wouldn't be surprised either, Sophie. Sorry, hang on. Thank you, Di. Appreciate you. I'm not too bad, Friar Louie. I've had enough. I've had enough of it all. Thank you, Stacey. I've had enough of all of them. I'm here, Dan. So he's not been on Kick for 2 weeks, but he said that he was going to go over to Kick and go live. Yeah, all right, Brenda, love. Thank you, Dan. Hi, Linda. He's going to go live on Kick. The condition that Mew had seems to have miraculously vanished. Yes. Thank you, Brenda. And the fact that the vet allegedly cancelled spaying Mew. Thank you. Thank you, Bryony. Thank you. Thank you, Lego. Allegedly cancelled spaying Mew, but charged Orion £10 cancellation fee. Yeah, it wouldn't happen. Unless, of course, Orion, you had booked, which meant that the theatre was booked, which meant that the nurse was booked, and then you pissed about with them, thank you, Mama, and cancelled it yourself, in that which case, yes, you quite possibly would get a cancellation fee. Yeah, they're tiny, aren't they? Thank you, Friar Louie. They're tiny meals, but they are a meal. Technically, they are a meal. I've never heard of it, Soph. I'll be honest with you. And thank you, Inked Mum. I've had animals all my life, and whenever anything's been cancelled, there's never been a fee. There's never been a fee. Thank you, Kaylee. Definitely using the cat for outrage. 100%. Hiya, Kaz. Hi, Heather, love. Yeah, I don't doubt you, Sam. I don't doubt you. But it's like I said, I will not believe anything. I will not believe anything that Orion says until it can be proven. Thank you, Friar Louis. I just don't believe him. Thank you for that, Abby, love. Thank you, Miss 89. I appreciate you. But I am... Hi, Evelyn. How to decreate debt with the vet. I honestly don't know because... Oh, thank you, Debs. To be honest, there's someone in here that's probably better at explaining this. But if you have, say you get a prescription for the cat, right? And you say, you go to pick up the medication. I don't know whether a safe is still in here. Can you pick up medication from a vet without paying for it or promising to pay for it? How would it be? Thank you, Paula, darling. How would you get into debt with a vet? You do, Froggy. I thought that I have to pay up front, that's for sure. Oh, some vets accept instalments.
Hello.
Hi, love. You all right?
Yeah, can everyone hear me all right? Because I'm in front of my fan. So how would you get into debt in a vet? The only way, most practices nowadays won't let you take any treatment before, i.e. flea treatment or medicines, before you pay for those up front. If you go for a consultation, say, and let's say the consultation is 60 quid, and your vet says, and you need XYZ medications, and you get to the front desk and you can't afford for those medications, they won't give you those meds, so technically they could take them off your account. However, you're still going to have to pay for that consultation fee, so that £60 regardless will remain on your account no matter what. So if you say, well, I haven't got that either, there's nothing they can do. They can't hold you and your pet in the practice, so that's where debt will accrue from something like a consultation. So that is what I tend to see most common. There are some practices that will let you spread out costs for things like major surgeries, but nowadays, more commonly, I don't tend to see that as much now.
But they're quite hot on getting debt collectors involved if you miss a payment, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They don't mess about, do they?
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly, they can ask you to surrender a pet if it's something like... I've had it happen where a young 6-month-old pet was brought in with a broken leg. It was from a racing, greyhound sort of thing, and they said, "Oh well, she'll never run again. Put her to sleep." And we sort of said, "No, we can fix this, but only if you surrender her to us, so you would no longer have her." So there are situations where we definitely do get animals surrendered to us, but it's on the basis of something that we can medically fix. Otherwise the pet is sound, it's a young, fit, healthy animal, and we'll rehome it from there onwards, usually within the veterinary practice or someone we know closely. But yeah, no, they can't take the pet back afterwards.
And a cat can't travel a long distance, can it, for 10 days after being spayed?
No, it's not recommended, no. No, not...
Did you get my message?
No, I haven't seen WhatsApp.
Diva is at Orion's.
Oh, I saw that Diva's there. Yes,
and
yeah.
they're both getting spayed.
What? Really?
According to Orion.
Oh, really? Yeah, we definitely do not recommend. Travelling has its risks anyway, but certainly travelling away from the original practice that does the surgery can also complicate things. You could be on your way down to wherever it is Maria lives now, and that's a easy 4-hour journey? I don't know.
Easily.
Yeah, I'd say roughly. And something in the car can happen. I mean, when I moved Salem from my last place to here, that's a 2.5-hour journey, and I sedated her and had all machines, not heavily, she wasn't out for the count obviously, but I gave her a light sedation and had machines on her for the whole journey, and I was stressing because it was just me, and I'm a professional that's done this for 17 years, so after a surgery, no, I would not recommend anyone does any travelling with them.
Even something as routine as spaying.
Anything can go wrong. I've seen things go wrong with the most simplest surgeries post-op. Most commonly are hernias.
And it will be probably a coach that Maria would get to travel back. Or a train, in fact. I think we decided it was a train, wasn't it? That would be most pet-friendly. So, not ideal.
God, it is. Yeah, that's slightly concerning.
Diva doesn't like the carrier.
No, and the other thing is they're also out of our known area with RSPCA and stuff, aren't they?
So, unless Maria is expecting to spend... Well, how long was she up last time? Months, wasn't it?
It was like bordering 6 months, wasn't it? Or was that too much?
It was a good 4 months. Erring on the cautious side, it was a good 4 months.
Yeah, she was up for a long time.
So unless she's prepared to stay up here for the surgery plus 10 days...
In that one room, highly doubt it.
I can't see where else she would stay. I think Michaela said that there was another bed in that room. Not in the room, but either an inflatable mattress or something that could be pulled out, or, given that the floor, there was no room on the floor the last time we saw after they were clean, until it was cleaned.
Yeah.
But then you're talking Maria, Orion,
and
Diva, Mew. Can you imagine that Maria's travelled with a second litter tray?
Absolutely not. And we know that those two cats don't get on as well. And there's nowhere for either of them to escape, which puts them both at risk post-surgery. Certainly Mew, out of the two, running away from Diva, who is much bigger, much older, and much more aggressive, as we've seen, out of frustration, not from her own fault.
No.
Out of frustration, but it certainly puts them both at risk post-op.
Would a vet, and I'm putting you on the spot here, you might not know the answer, but if a vet was in possession of that information, would they still spay them?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't get involved too much in outside affairs. If there was, if again, going to a major surgery like a leg being lopped off, if there was nowhere for a pet to rest, and we're talking it was going to a huge mansion, then yeah, all right, we would say no, we can't do this. But generally, we try not to get too involved in outside affairs if the animal was brought to us, and we only go by the history. We don't get too involved. That would be a job for the RSPCA to get involved and then intervene.
Are the animals checked for pregnancy before they're spayed?
We do a physical check. So with cats, and you can tell quite early, but not, so super early. We can get an idea because we can feel when they are essentially follicles, and that's how they feel. They feel like follicles. But any earlier than that, even though we would do a physical check, we wouldn't know for sure. We don't routinely ultrasound because, of course, we have to shave the hair and everything like that.
And it's a cost you'd have to pass on as well.
Yeah, and it's an additional cost as well to incur.
So if because Dee was out in the garden.
Is she?
She's allowed out, yeah.
So
but Mum watches her.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility.
So with cats that are already going out, in my experience, I would usually have myself check and a second person that is obviously as qualified or more qualified as myself to check as well. If there's any hint of suspicion, we would just pop the probe on quickly. I say quickly, like it wouldn't be a full abdominal shave like we would for an ultrasound. We would shave a small part of the cat, and usually we wouldn't charge. It would be sort of for the sake of the cat and potential kittens. Yeah. Now, it has happened in the past where even though we do the most we can to check for pregnancies, some pregnancies have been missed, and it's got to the point we've opened up and lo and behold, the cat is pregnant. That is at that point where we would phone the owners and ask, do they want us to continue? There's only a certain age, of course. I'm not trying to make this out to be something it's not. There is only a certain stage we will continue before we will close up and say, no, sorry, it's just, yeah, exactly. It's pretty, I've worked in one practice where one vet would continue, and I very quickly stopped working there because that doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well with me at all.
So yeah, it's all going to kick off, in my opinion. And if they've got nowhere to go, because let's face it, Orion doesn't like the cat on the bed.
Yeah, what was that about? It's weird.
They've only got the cat tree, which they have to jump up.
Which they have to get rid of as well for a cat that's recovering from spaying, because we can't encourage jumping up.
No, they're not going to do that.
No, of course they're not.
Not going to do that.
Of course they're not. No, I mean, it's bad enough 2 cats in there normally, let alone post-surgery. Yeah. I mean, you obviously know what I'm trying to do, and we'll leave it at that. But let's hope we can get on top of it before they have surgery.
An update is needed.
Do we know when supposedly these cats are having surgery?
Not yet.
I'm sure he'll be shouting loud about it online at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
If anyone...
Second I get an inkling.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anyone on here gets an inkling, please tell Joe, and Joe will pass it on to me.
Anyone hears anything, because a lot of you are all across social media, way more than I am. It's this week, Winnie.
It's this week. Have we heard that from him, Winnie, or is that hearsay? Sorry, I'm just reading too good to be true.
I know, yeah. If only.
Box lined with a towel or a blanket.
We know they don't have a bed. We know.
Jesus.
Thank you, Winnie. It's from his mouth. Evening, Debbie. Thank you, Winnie, love.
Yeah, send it to Jojo and she'll pass it on to me.
Let me just make sure I'm following you, because if I'm not... There you go, I'm following you. You can message me.
Well, we'll do what we can.
I don't think I did, Sophie. No. Did you tag me in it, darling? Oh, this is not good.
So what is this supposed... I called bullshit straight away anyway. What was the supposed health risk that he said she couldn't be done for then? Has that just been forgotten about by him? Yeah, I didn't think that would
We're all supposed to forget, you see.
That was only good for him until Mum came up to tell him to get them done.
Thank you, Nicola.
It just proves, and any of his fans that are in here, because we know you guys come in, we're not stupid. Anyone that is coming in that supports him, he will lie. He does not know how to lie straight in bed. He will lie about everything. Wake up. And on that note, if you've got any more animal questions, let me know, Joe, and I'll pop back up. But I'll drop down and leave you to your live now. I'll stay in here.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, darling.
All right, my love.
I don't know. Right, here's what I don't know. I don't know whose name the cats are in. They have, thank you, Munchkin, thank you, Lorraine. They have allegedly been insured. Do I believe that? Not for the slightest. They've allegedly paying monthly for injections, etc. Don't believe that for a second. Do I believe that Mew is up to date with her? Thank you, Shaz. Up to date with her injections? Absolutely not. Do I believe Mew is microchipped? I have a feeling she is. I think she was microchipped before by the previous owner. Thank you, Munchkin. I think that Mew had her first vaccinations and Orion didn't keep up with the second. Thank you, darling. Didn't keep up with the second lots of vaccinations, so I don't believe that Mew is vaccinated. Do I believe that Orion is going to get them spayed? No. No. How long have we been waiting for this? Hopefully, Sam. Hopefully. Absolutely. Absolutely, Deb. Do I believe that Diva lives with Maria? Yes, I do. Do I believe that Maria loves Diva? Yes, I do. Do I believe that Maria is a responsible cat owner? To a degree. If Maria is letting Diva outside in the garden, but he's watching her, that is not a responsible cat owner. Sorry, if your cat is not spayed, that's not being responsible. Thank you, Lego Love. That's not being responsible. Do I believe a word Orion says? No, not for a single second. So now Orion is saying he's having problems with his sorry, Terry, I don't know you. So I'm afraid I won't be answering questions like that. Correct. That's correct. Thank you, Too Good. Appreciate you. What a very strange question. Oh, Orion. Good news. You know you're reporting us all to the police. I do hope you're including me in that. I truly do. Because I've got you on a live admitting for the second time what you called me. Now, you know how you keep going on about the Equalities Act and how it protects you because people are transphobic and you're protected. Guess what? So am I. So are most of us, actually. And you know that comment that you made that was ableist? Well, I've now got you admitting that twice. So, you want to go to the police and have a go at people for being transphobic and for malcoms and harassment and bullying. Oh, bring it on. Bring it on. Okay? Because your digital footprint is going to be your downfall. So when you were ableist to me and you helpfully admitted it, not once, but twice, I kept that recording. So even if you delete it, don't worry, I downloaded it, so it won't go off my phone. And will I use it should I get contacted by the police? Hell yes. So whatever you think you can throw at us, be of good cheer. We can throw the same back at you. Oh, I've also got another bit of information. You directed someone to find me, didn't you? And I've got the evidence that they said to you, I've got that information about Jojo that you wanted. Funny that, isn't it? So you directed someone to find me, and the irony is you didn't even have to do that. You could have just messaged me. If you needed my address for police dealings or to send me a crayon cease and desist, I'd have given it you. But no, you've had people try to find me. Legal people, is that, Orion? Or is that just some random that offered to help? Because that's a fine line you're walking. Is that the same person that you tried to get to find B, to find Bambird? So you want to be very, very careful when you go down this road, this police road. Because you said the police have classed you as a victim. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. That's not their job. It's not up to them. It's not up to them to class you as a victim. Right? Their job is to investigate all the facts, which includes looking at you as much as it does at anybody else. They don't deem you to be the victim per se. They collect the evidence. It's not even down to them to decide if you're the victim. It's down to the court. Which, if you're not very careful, is where you're going to end up. You are playing with fire. Now, if you are being targeted with harassment, genuinely, then fair enough. But if you're calling awareness targeting harassment, I think you'll find we have quite a few cards to play ourselves. So be very careful. If this is the route you want to go down, we'll go down. We'll go down it with you. Not a problem. I do believe several awareness are waiting with bated breath to book coaches, to attend the court for when you sue us all for defamation. Looking forward to it. Haven't been to my hometown for quite some time. Be like going down memory lane for me. Oh, absolutely doesn't like the truth at all. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Martina. Don't like the truth at all. So, just in case you're new here, Orion has a very colourful past when it comes to interacting with minors. Isn't that right, Orion? Saying that they will see he's autistic and being bullied. What, is that under the Equalities Act, Orion? Do you have any idea how many people in the awareness community are neurodivergent? Just, off the top of your head. Because I can think of at least 3. And there are at least 3 that you're gunning for. right? This is an awareness live. If you don't know, you're on the awareness side of TikTok right now. Thank you. Oh, Stormy. Absolutely. Probably where you got the idea from, innit? But, let's move past that. Correct, Laura. Correct. But that's what Orion wants all these diagnoses for, isn't it, Orion? Because you want them as get out of jail free cards. You want them as excuses for your behaviour. Isn't that right? Excuses, not explanations. That's what you want. That and the money, yeah. Yeah. But you'll do anything for money, won't you? Absolutely anything for money, won't you? So now you've got something wrong with your liver, allegedly. I haven't seen evidence of that. I haven't seen where you've said it. However, people own awareness have told me that that's what you've said. So I believe it. So when will you stop taking your hormones? I'm assuming, good evening T, darling. Thank you, Racing Girl. I'm assuming you've stopped now, haven't you? You're all right, Racing Girl, love. Oh, yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. Trust me, I believe it. I checked it with one of my friends, and I believe it 100% that they've said there's something wrong with their liver. Do I believe there is something wrong with their liver? No. No, not even slightly. Because I was around, thank you, T, I was around when they coloured their nails in with the highlighter. So, yeah, do I believe it? No. Oh, Savage, thank you, love. Thank you. But you will have stopped taking the hormones, won't you? And of course, naturally, you'll have stopped drinking, won't you? Because, with it being your liver. You're all right, Satan's son. Exactly, Stephanie. I knew there would be a reason. There would be some reason why you would have to stop taking the hormones. And I bet you spent this week trying desperately hard to think of a reason why you wouldn't have to. Thank you, Tori. Why you wouldn't have to take your hormones. Because, and here's the kicker, you're not trans. Dion Hill, you're not trans. Sorry. Don't care what you are, by the way. I don't care what you are. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting yourself and other people. You can be whoever you like as long as you're being honest about it, right? Not to me, not to any of the awareness community, and not to TikTok, to yourself, right? Don't stop lying to people. Stop lying to people. That's what I want. I want you to stop lying. I don't care if you're a cross-dresser. I don't care if you're a man that likes wearing makeup. I don't care. I really don't care. Thank you, Katrina. Right? You can be whoever you want to be. But be honest. Just be honest. Because nobody actually cares who you are. But what we do care about is what you lie about. So I knew there would be a reason, there'd be something that would come up to stop you taking those hormones. Now, I don't know whether there is something wrong with your liver. I can't possibly know that. But based on a pattern of behaviour that you've demonstrated very ably in the 3 years that I've been on TikTok, I don't believe you because you lie. Every other word out your mouth is a lie, right? So if there's something wrong with your liver, Orion, let me say, If there's genuinely something wrong with your liver, I hope it gets sorted. I hope you're not unwell, and I hope it gets fixed. You're young enough to recover from stuff, right? But given that you told everybody you had a dodgy liver 2 years ago, and that turned out to be a lie, forgive my scepticism. But I knew you would find a reason not to take your hormones, and the reason you can't take those hormones or shouldn't be taking them because of your liver is the reason that you are not trans. And the reason I'm sceptical about your liver results is because you are out drinking. And if you had a blood test result that came back and said you've got something wrong with your liver, one of your go-tos would be stop drinking. They will also do a medicine review. And this is why a gender clinic with a good reputation will not prescribe hormones until, thank you, Michelle, they have done a blood test. This is why. So it's a good job, is it not, Orion, that you are on baseline hormones? Because you were telling everybody, oh, skin's going to get softer and I'm going to look more feminine and this is going to happen, etc. And I said, did I not? No, it won't. Not for the first 90 days, it won't. You've got to be on stronger hormones than that and for longer, because you get baseline hormones for the first 90 days. I told you that. But your minions don't believe me. Right? And that is why you are given baseline hormones to make sure your body can handle the changes, the tiny, tiny changes that occur in the first 90 days. And that is why you are regularly monitored. And this is what frustrates me. Awareness is over here, banging loudly, saying all of this stuff that is factual. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Sophie. I appreciate you and well done. We're over here banging, thank you, Sarah, banging on this, right? Saying what we know to be 100% true. And all you little enablers, all you people sticking up for Orion, all you people helping Orion, because honestly, Orion's just really stupid. No. That is the last thing Orion is. Orion is a con artist. 100% con artist. And you are his victims. Because if you are defending him or standing up for him in any way, he's conning you. Sorry, it's a very hard truth to hear, but he is conning you. He is not in any way stupid. Have you noticed the lies he tells are lies that you can't quite prove? There's always, there's always a little bit of wiggle room. Right? Like the autistic diagnosis that everybody's saying is real, but hasn't quite made it to the app, to the NHS app, because it's not quite been uploaded yet because the doctor has to go over it. So there's a little bit of wiggle room, and we can neither prove nor disprove that, can we? Because we have no right to see his NHS app, nor would we ask. All we can do is go on what we see. which is presented by Orion, by the way. So there is on here a video of Orion saying, I can't get Mew spayed. She's got a medical condition. And now there's a video where Orion is saying Mew and Diva are getting spayed. Right? But Orion will come at you. What's the latest? Oh, it's AI'd. I don't remember saying any of that to minor children. I don't remember any of that. Oh, and another thing. There's another app called Smule. Smule. Orion's on that. If you go through Orion's followers, it comes as a surprise to nobody in the awareness community that there are 10-year-old followers of Orion. Now, why is it okay because it's Orion? Give you a clue, it's not. Orion is also on Snapchat. Isn't it funny? He's on all of these platforms that generally have a younger audience. But of course, you can twist that, can't you? See, there's something so devious about Orion. You know, it's not my fault that mine has come in my life. It's the parents. It's the parents' fault. I listened to you today, Talia, saying something, and I thought, you know what? Fair play. I totally get that. And you said, if you're friends with somebody, you're not just friends with them, you'll ride or die for them, right? And that you don't have friends that are, well, I'm friendly with that person and that person I'm friends with, but that's my best friend. You treat them all the same. So I thought, okay, thinking logically, because of what you said, you will defend Orion. Absolutely. You will go 10 toes down for Orion. Completely understand that. And until Orion does something to you, you're not going to back away from him. I can't emphasize enough to you what a danger that man is to children, right? And I'm not calling Orion a PDF. I am telling you Orion exhibits predatory behaviours. If you disbelieve that in any way, if you don't understand that, if there is a doubt in your mind, please reach out to Awareness. There are so many people on here you can reach out to. Stormy, Spartan, Misty, Banbird, Creators Gone Wild. There are loads of awareness pages that you can reach out. Right? And they will provide you with receipts and evidence of Orion's predatory behaviour. Thank you, Debs. And I urge you to reach out. I urge you to reach out. Because I don't want, because I'll tell you this as well. Thank you, Danny. Orion's star is falling. Right? From the height that he was when he first joined this app to where he is now is diving quickly. Okay? And Awareness are not going to stop until he's off social media. Because whilst he's on social media, minors are at risk. And when I say minors are at risk, I mean they are financially vulnerable. Financially vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable. Young trans are emotionally vulnerable to this man. This man who has taken hormones, allegedly, and then tells the app that he's going to up them without any medical intervention, because he wants things to happen quicker. You think that's sensible. You think telling a trans person, young person, who is desperate, by the way, to be recognised as the gender they feel they are, you don't think they're not going to listen to that advice? Oh, well, if Alphaba's doing it, then I'll do it. If it's safe for Alphaba, because Alphaba's had a blood test, Alphaba would know. And this is why awareness will not stop, right? And you can call us bullies and you can call us all the names that you like, right? Whilst we know that there is potentially one person who watches Orion, one person who believes Orion, one person who's going to copy Orion and can potentially end up in hospital or worse, if you think awareness is going to back off from doing our job because someone thinks we're a bully, right? And because they say a few hurty words on social media, think again. Think again. Because that's all we're trying to do, is save people by raising awareness. How many people tried to raise awareness on Jimmy Savile and got shouted down, got told to go away, got told that they were wrong, that there was something not right with them, and they thought that about that man, what a lovely man he is. He does all this work for charity, he does this, that and the other, right? They were raising awareness. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So if you think by calling us names, etc., by coming for us physically, as in how we look or how we sound, by calling us boring or old or grey or all the other things that you call us, if you think that's going to stop us, think again. Because we're not going to stop. We'd like to, but we're not going to, because as long as Orion and others like Orion are on here or on any social media platform peddling the shit they peddle just to gain this, think again. We're going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And we're not doing it because we don't like Orion. We're doing it because we care about his audience, the kids in his audience, the vulnerable people in his audience. Yeah? The autistic people he's targeted previously. The money he's taken from children. And when people have tried to get that money back, he's laughed and blocked them. And whilst he's out here calling for peace and love, we're going to be reminding every new person that comes on this app of who Orion is. And that is somebody who is not to be trusted. And I can tell by all the trolls that are currently being blocked. All the trolls that are currently being blocked, right? You either don't like the truth, can't handle the truth, or you are Orion and his mother. So, Orion and his mother, we are going nowhere. You know, you say to people that your mum's dead strong and all the rest of it. Meet the awareness community. Meet us head on. Yeah? If we're lying, prove we're lying. Prove it. Because I guarantee everything you say to us, we can disprove. Every lie you tell, we can prove it's a lie. So come on, Orion, what are we lying about? What are we saying about you that isn't true? Turn it on its head. Come and ask us. What are we saying that's not true? Thank you, Gemma. No, of course he can't. But, you know, we're so awful. We're so horrible. We're just making your life hell. Prove us wrong. Oh, he's been offered so much help, right? He could have had such a good influence on this app, Orion. You could have been a real influencer. A real influencer. You could have been up there with people who are actually making a difference, people who are educating others in their trans journey, their mental health journey. You had such an opportunity on here and you blew it. You absolutely blew it. And at certain points on your journey on this platform, you have been redeemable. There have been points where you could have pulled it back. You are now past that point. Do you understand? You are past that point. This is not redeemable for you now. Your mistakes, you're not learning from, and you are repeating them. And the only thing that you didn't factor into your lies is that awareness gets better at finding out about your lies. Awareness is getting better and quicker at debunking your lies, and you haven't factored that in. So you are still doing the same pattern of behaviour as you were doing 2 years ago, which is why we're so much quicker. So anyone who thinks that I'm going anywhere, Stormy's going anywhere, Misty, any of us, Banbird, if any of you think that we're going to go away because we feel intimidated by you, think again. Think again. It's horrendous. There is a reason that a report was put together to send out to schools, youth clubs, etc. There is a reason that it's downloadable. And there's a reason it got sent to schools. There is a reason that your information was put to schools, and schools reacted to it and warned parents. And this is the lovely lady that did it. There was a reason that schools were contacted and letters sent out to parents to warn them about you. And we can't make them do that, by the way. We can't make them warn their students about you if you're innocent. Yeah? If we can't provide proof. Do you understand? Otherwise, I could phone up anywhere in the country and warn them about Banbird. And they would, just blindly do what I said? No, not at all. There would have to be proof of what I was saying in order for action to be taken. So ask yourself why schools acted on the information they were given. Thank you, Realise. Oh, Chloe, he'll watch this, or when I upload it, he'll watch it later. Hi, Joe. and then he'll come at me later. There'll be a veiled mention reference towards me in some kind of Instagram story or post later, or there'll be some TikTok that's got a vague reference to the awareness community somewhere in the next hour, I predict.
Hello, my Jojo.
Hi, sweet.
I just want to say that letter is still available. It's on my link tree. If you click in my bio, on my bio, there's a link tree link. If you click there, it's there.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're very,
Oh, and
very
if you're not
welcome.
already following, please go and follow the Echo Chamber Chronicles
Podcast.
on other podcast on other social media sites.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Jojo. I appreciate that.
You are very welcome.
Yeah.
But am I
that needs
correct?
to-
If there's no evidence, nothing would have happened.
No, and nothing in that open letter is false or misinformation, because that's something that I don't spread. I simply won't have it.
No.
So, yeah,
No, you shut it down immediately.
I do. Even in my own chat, I shut it down. So I will not have it. But anyway, I've got to go to the shops. So thank you very much for having
Right,
me.
sweetheart.
All right, I will speak to you guys soon. Yes,
Yeah.
please. All right, honey.
Darling.
Can you
Take
kick
care.
me?
Probably.
Someone will kick me.
Oh, you mean disconnect you? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Oh dear. Is there a response from schools about the info? So it's a good job B and I are friends, isn't it? Is there info? Yes. The response from the schools was, and I have people, I don't know whether they're in the chat now, but I do have people that have come back to me and said that their school sent out a letter to all year 7s or all year 8s or whatever to say, please to the parents to say, please be careful, check your children's devices, specifically looking for this person, and make sure that they are not in contact with your child. Thank you, Liz. Did she gasp? I know where you live, B. And do you know how? Do you know what? Do you know what absolutely fascinates me? You know, you're sending the trolls in. Thank you, Katrina. You know, all the trolls are coming in, right? All you're doing is validating what I'm saying. You know that, right? You are literally validating me by coming in. Because if you weren't concerned about what I was saying, you wouldn't bother. I'd be no threat to you. I'm just some old woman on the internet. Chatting wham, yeah? Why would you be bothered by me? Correct. But why are you bothered by me? How am I a threat to you? Oh, wait, I know. Big mouth. Good evening, Catnip. Got a big mouth. I don't care. I'm done caring what the internet thinks of me. That let me tell you that. I'm done. Because I am damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Right? So I don't give a damn now. I will do what I morally think is the right thing to do. So if you don't like it, this is not my problem. That's a you problem. Evening, Owen. Bless you, Barbara. And I'm in a room. Pezza! I'm in a room full of people that feel exactly the same way, by the way. Just so you know. I tell you what, Maria, right? Go on my Tick Leaps. Go on Tick Leap and look me up and see how much money I earn talking about your son. Right? And then come back to me and say, I'm earning money off the back of your son. You're having a laugh, aren't you? And clout, no thank you. Any clout I got from your son, I'd have to rinse and sheep dip before I allowed it anywhere near me. Okay? I don't get clout from your son. Okay? I've built my own page over the last 3 years. Thank you very much. Some of us work for what we've got. Okay? And if you don't like the fact that I talk about your son, you probably should have done something about him a lot before I got here, right? My kids all work. 4 of them have bought a house. Yeah? That's my kids. So don't come at me because you failed as a parent, sweetie. Right? Don't. Just don't. None of us want clout off your son. Thank you. Oh. 4 of my children have worked their backsides off since they were 17 and now own a house each. 17, Maria. That's when you should have sent him out to work. Sorry. Not. Thank you. Bless you, witch. Bless you. Thank you, darling. Oh, I am sick. I am sick to the back teeth of people making excuses for Orion. I'm sick of it. Those of us who have raised our children are now adults, right? My children are a little bit older than Orion, so not that much is different. They have gone out and done for themselves. See, this is the thing, right? And I'm speaking for myself now. I wanted better for my kids than I had. And that's the difference. You've taught your son how to grift. I raised my kids how to work for what they want and work for what they got. That's the difference between us. You and I are not the same. Right? And I know a lot of people won't talk to you, Maria, because they're scared of you. I'm not. I'm not scared of anyone. We all want, hi EJR, we all want better for our children than what we had. All of us. It is a fact of a parent. There is no parent alive that doesn't want better for their children. Oh, congratulations, Chloe, love. Thank you. And we do, yes, we absolutely do make sure our children know right from wrong and how to take accountability. We don't teach them how to grift and live off other people's hard work. Oh, Andrea. Oh, they're the best sorts of cuddles, aren't they? Someone's already answered your question. Thank you, Temperance. I was getting annoyed. We do try and get our kids to do better than we did. Even if we are moderately successful as, individuals, we still want better for our kids. We still want our children to do better than we did. Absolutely, Penny. That's the thing. This is why this is why I get annoyed. There are people out there who have actual disabilities, who are facing life-changing conditions, who are actually trans. And guess what? If they're not working, they're in education. If they're not in education, they're volunteering. If they can possibly do it, right? If they are not facing severe mental health issues, they are out there trying to better their lives. You, Maria, have a healthy 22-year-old who is more than capable of working. More than capable. And you encourage them to come offline. So why don't you encourage them into work? And if Orion cannot get a job currently because of his digital footprint, why don't you encourage him to come offline and volunteer somewhere? You're in London, for fuck's sake. You must be tripping over soup kitchens, tripping over charity shops where Orion could work. Doesn't have to be forward facing, could be in the stockroom, taking the charity bags in and sorting through. Right? There are any number of charities that Orion could be volunteering for. Orion can't even be bothered to honour when he said he was going to give some of his winnings to charity off the back of Scram with Dan. This is what I mean. We are not the same. Go to his local food bank. Help organise food. There is so much. But do you know what I remember? Do you know what comes to my head? Is when somebody said to Orion, you could be a cleaner. And do you know what his response was? A cleaner? Don't you know who I am? I'll tell you who you are, Orion. You're the same as everybody else on TikTok. Nobody. Nobody special. You're not above being a cleaner. Right? I think cleaning's not quite the right vocation for you, not gonna lie. But there are other things that you could be doing. So crack on. Oh, I know. Good night, Friar Louis, love. Clean. Yeah, but consider the job clean. I'm not sure, to be honest. You know the Wicked Witch melts when they touch water? I have a feeling bleach would do the same to Orion. Oh, DJ Dav, is that all you've got? Have you come from Orion's side? Have you? Or did you just feel the urge to nip in and say something horrible? Oh no, I'm mortified. Oh no, what will I do? Oh, shall I go away and do my eyebrows straight away? Fuck off. Honest to God, these people, seriously. Some people, if that's literally all you can come with, I feel sorry for you. Oh no, I think amoebas have more of a vocation in life than DJ Dav. Apparently I need to do my eyebrows, Sophie. Tell you what, DJ Dav, if you've managed to come back on a sneak account, you're listening from the outside, do they annoy you? Do they? That's a very good reason for me not to do them then, isn't it? Just to piss you off. Oh, I can't be bothered. I can't even be bothered. It's just, you know when you just roll your eyes out loud at some people? I told you, they are feral. The mods are feral. They will yeet so fast. I agree, Grumpy Girl. I agree with you. And you know what? You know you've got all these people in government and politics and all these, you know, talking heads. Oh, the welfare system needs cutting and the welfare... No, it doesn't. The welfare budget does not need cutting. Let me tell you how to save money. Go and get people like Orion off universal credit. You will save millions if you get people like him out to work. You too slow, Maria. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, I remember. It's all right, Maria, don't worry. They are so fast. They've had a long time with me. They know when I'm on a rant, they know I'm going to cause trouble, so they're there. Because hovering. Bless them. Oh, bless you, Alex. That's crazy, Chloe. Sean, I actually think he would. I honestly believe he would absolutely break down. Being told to work. It's not a concept he's familiar with. To him, work is sitting, talking about himself. Oh, absolutely, Mary. It's what I said. He wants all the conditions because he wants all the excuses. It's got nothing to do with having a genuine need or a genuine reason. It's got everything to do with excuses. All right, Jan, darling. I'll tell you what, AMC, let me tell you, right? If Orion got an actual job, you know, like a proper job where he paid tax and everything, and awareness wouldn't try to find him, that's number one. Why would we care if he was paying into the system, right? Paying into the system, not online, not conning children. Win-win. Awareness would not try to find him. Awareness would happily let him at it. As long as he wasn't doing anything that could cause trouble for any business, brilliant, crack on. You want awareness to leave you alone, Orion? There's a start. Get a job. Yeah, no worries, Soph. Honestly, Katrina, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I know that that is one of Orion's, it's on Orion's wish list, let's say. To be in a bigger place and to have a balcony and, you know, oh, Shadowclaw, I think they probably have, and I think he's pushed back Thank you, Bella. No, never had a job. No. In fact, told everybody that he left college because he was to be a carer for his friend. That was a lie, wasn't it, Orion? This is the thing. You have to learn to be this dishonest. Thank you, Morag. There has to be a point at which you are being taught that lying is good, or that you get away with lying. Yes, but wanted to change their shift, go part-time or something. Yeah, Gemma. This is what it is. Definitely learnt behaviour. This is what frustrates me. There are people out there who are genuinely disabled by their condition and are being refused the element of UC that means you're not required to look for work, and PIP. They're being refused. And do you know why they're being refused? Because they're being honest. Because they don't know how to play the system. Yeah? But you do. You know how to play the system because you've been taught how to play the system. And that's why you earning money off minors sticks in the throat of so many people. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mandora, there's been some doozies, I tell you. Malnutrition was one. Liver failure or liver disease was one. The big C, being tested for the big C was another. Oh, what else? What the heart murmur? Yeah, that's one. There's been that many over the years. No, I mean just the illnesses side. Oh, bless you, Sandra. I'm so glad. Hopefully that'll be backdated now as well. Hopefully you'll receive it quickly, darling. Hi, Harriet. Almost sepsis. Honestly. Says he has HS. Doesn't. Forgets he's shown his medical records online. Absolutely nowhere did it say HS, but it has diagnosed your skin condition. So if you did have HS, they would have diagnosed you with, I know, HS. Malnutrition one got me. Meningitis, yeah. Anemia, said you were anemic. See, this is the other thing. You've also said you've got something wrong with a kidney, correct? Yet you thought it would be a good idea to get hormones without a blood test because you don't need medically monitoring as much as anyone else. You are so... Oh, these people defending him, seriously, these people defending him are something else. Dilated kidney, that was it. Yep. He's saying what is high? His liver is high. Do you know what, Sharon? That wouldn't be a lie, love. But did you mean his liver? Sorry, Sharon, I'm just pinning you so you can see I'm talking to you, doll. Thank you, Annie. There's been tested for effort. Oh my god. Orion. Alphabet Orion Doherty. Children are the ones who are enabling him. Psoriasis, that was one. You have no idea what psoriasis is, otherwise you wouldn't claim to have it. Hi, Alphatina, you alright, doll? Yeah, no worries. Health anxiety. Let's get correct, Gemma. Oh, Zoe. Oh, he tried to say PCOS. Yes, I remember that. Thank you, Alphatino, love. I do remember that. Hi, Glitter Cat. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Till he realised he couldn't have that. Thank you, Charlie, love. I see the IBS, yeah. 100%, Maria. PCOS isn't possible. But the thing is, when Orion Googles things, he Googles the females of stuff. So put symptoms in, tell ChatGPT or whoever that he's female, and we'll get the female scenarios. So when he did that, then he went with the PCOS, and then when everybody went, what? Backpedaled. 1,000,000 miles an hour. Gender dysphoria. Thank you, Ellie. Absolutely. Not a chance. Not a hope in hell. It defies gravity, Dan. The logic. It truly is. It's just, it's something to behold, isn't it? Oh, bless you, darling. But yes, Prissy, I remember that. Yes. Was it? Thank you. Yep. PCOS, that was... No worries, Sam, love. Thank you for popping in. Oh, yeah. Oh, Glynis. I think there is a mental health condition where you think you are all that and then some, and that's what he has. 100%. Sorry, hang on. Oh, bless you, Lee. Totally agree with you, Ruthie. Histrionic personality disorder, yeah. Oh, Jen. Oh, Jen. Can we all pop the lovely Jen a follow so that we can give her some support? I know words... Sometimes a kind word can make the difference to your day. So if we can all pop Jen a follow and just give her a bit of support, that would be appreciated. That's all right, Jane. You're not late, love. Kicked you out into existence. Oh, bless you. Scary. There are some amazing. Do you know what? Hey, Kate. Do you know what? This is why you piss people off, Orion. Because you've got people in here with genuine conditions, genuine illness, who battle every single day to get their ass into work. Right? And if anybody should be given money for doing nothing, it's some of the people in my life right now. And yet they get their asses into work to pay tax to keep your ass at home. What is wrong with that picture? When there is fuck all wrong with you. You are bone idle. You think the world owes you a living. You've got a massive chip on your shoulder with anybody that tells you the truth. And you expect people with life-changing conditions to go to work to pay for your arse to lie in bed and do fuck all. You're what's wrong with the welfare system. You. Good evening, Donna. Sorry. I'm on my soapbox tonight, let me tell you. Susan, I have no words, Susan. I honestly have, and I'm quite an erudite person. I will usually find words from somewhere. To read that, first of all, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Thank you, Sandra. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I don't know whether you've made the choice to work or whether you have to work. It doesn't really matter. You are working. And your hard work is keeping people and Orion and people like him thinking the world owes them a favour. And this is where you are getting it wrong, government. You are spending money, taxpayers' money, on people like Orion. Now, I can already hear the post being written as I speak, where you are now going to come out, Orion, and say, I'm not on universal credit. Let me stop you right there. Because if you're not on universal credit and you do have disposable income, which we all know you do, because you buy perfumes, makeup, and generally other things you don't actually need, then you can afford to pay to get your cat spayed. Because you can save that money and you can afford to pay for it yourself. You won't need a voucher, will you? Sorry, Sandra. I can be quite scary. I don't mean to be. Exactly, Froggy. Exactly, Paige. People like Orion are the problem. Yeah. £200 for laser hair removal. God only knows how much he spent on perfume. The Scram with Dan winnings went. You actually forked out. I bet you thought that £200 on hormones was going to come good for you, wasn't it? Going to pay dividends, because it was going to shut up the awareness community whilst also backing your I'm trans story. How's that working out? How's that working out for you? Huh? What a waste of £200. Because let's face it, you'd waited this long to get your hormones for your transition. So what was another couple of weeks when you could have paid to have new spayed? Couldn't you? But it's like I said to you before, Orion, and I'll say it again to the enablers at the back. You will spend money on anything but your cat. If you are spending money, and it is an if, because I haven't seen it for myself, but if you are, as I have been told, spending your money on cat food called Mon Petite, right, which are tiny sachets, by the way, because you're being cheap, because it's what, just over £2 for 6 pouches. Surrender your cat. Surrender your cat. Give the cat to somebody that is going to actually give a shit. Paige, I'm the same. I have to give my animals grain free. That's why Mew rummages in bin bags, because she's hungry. Bless you, Charlie. Changing food constantly will not do their digestive system any good. Katrina, what are the odds? What are the odds she goes back with 2 cats? Sam, a lot of us feed our animals better than we feed ourselves. No, I know. And do you know what? Do you know what annoys me? This isn't just me being probably slightly petty, but also justifiably so. He can fire up a live, right? He can fire up a live, and he can sit there and bullshit an audience, right? And he makes more money in his lives than I do on mine. So he can sit there and he can lie to his audience and con children into gifting him with their pocket money or their dinner money or whatever else it is, or vulnerable people. He's got grown-ass adults sticking up for him, right? And he's sitting in his live lying, right? And he makes more money than I do. So come at me again and tell me I'm making money off Orion, because I tell you what, he makes more money talking about me than I do talking about him. And what? Thank you, Katrina. And what? What's it Orion does? So how's that work? He'll make more money talking about any of the awareness community than any of the awareness community make off him. So, and what? Absolutely. Do you know what, Sinead? It is frustrating, but awareness don't do it for the money. However, it is frustrating because we know in the awareness community we will recycle gifts, or, you know, we'll do other stuff, okay? He spends it on absolutely nothing of any importance. He doesn't even, it wouldn't even matter as much if you spent the money on your cat. But you don't even do that. You don't even do that. And you've got people gifting you galaxies, etc. And you don't even spend the money on your account. Sorry, what was that? No. They do. Too good to be true. They absolutely do. No, the old cat diva hasn't been spayed. No. No. But if you're expecting to be able to get diva spayed and mew spayed because you can't get a voucher because you're not entitled to a voucher, you will only get one voucher per animal. You do realise that, don't you? So Maria can't bring in diva one day and then mew the next day and get a voucher for each cat. She will only get a voucher for one cat. Okay? So don't even. Don't even. Oh, I can see them all coming in. Oh, Sandra, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't even know how I came across this person. I just remember coming across them and thinking, and then speaking to people that were in my live and asking questions. And then I started doing my own research and what I found I didn't like. And then, good evening, Gillian, darling. Used it once, wow. And then, thank you, Gillian, love. Started doing my own research, talked to more people, bit more research, did a bit more talking, and gradually came to the understanding, having seen the evidence and watched it play out in real time, that this person was a scammer, was what I first thought. But having stayed in the awareness side and continued to work with other people and watch, I've become, and the awareness community as well has become aware that this person is predatory in their behaviour. Not a PDF, but predatory in their behaviour in terms of they will actively seek out minors, right? Occasionally, Orion will be told there are minors in his life, and occasionally he might block them, or he'll make a big deal of blocking one or two just to show that he doesn't tolerate minors in his lives. But what he doesn't do is ever set his lives to 18 plus, ever, and says, if a minor wants to watch me and my live's set to 18 plus, they'll find a way anyway. Possibly, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't set it to 18 plus. So there's that. Yeah, no worries, darling. So they exhibit, they will come live on a typical school day around about 4 o'clock when they know they've come home. Kids have come home from school. They will set up storylines when they know it's going to be half term or Easter holidays. They particularly like Christmas for obvious reasons. In fact, went on a gaming platform and managed to scam an autistic 10-year-old out of their Christmas money. Thank you, Gillian. Will regularly come on lives 7 o'clock in the morning to catch them before they go to school. Honestly, when people say, oh, that's just at the time, they go, no, it's really not. Because if you go in their live when you see them and go in and look and click on the profiles of different, no worries, Leela, click on the profiles of different people in there, you will see their ages and you can tell how old they are by the way they talk. And the filter on the Instagram, just, thank you, Jen. Thank you, doll. The Instagram filter is terrifying. Good night, Alex, love. Terrifying. They will go on live 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you, Gillian. And discuss Pokemon cards. Because they know Pokemon will get up on the algorithm and then that will get children redirected to his lives. Thank you, Gemma. That's how it works. Don't forget, Orion has said himself, he knows exactly how the algorithm works. Exactly how the algorithm works. I know, Elise. And that he knows exactly how to get people into his room. He knows exactly how to get his viewing audience numbers up. He knows exactly what he's doing. So make no mistake, he knows exactly how to fleece an audience. Absolutely a master manipulator, yes. Unless you're one of his enablers, in which case he's just a bullied, poor, defenceless, disabled trans woman. Right? Ugh. I know, tell me about it. Well, listen, I'm going to go. It's been lovely. I do love talking to you all. And I don't know about that, Donna, to be honest. Oh, Froggy. Do you know, one day I will... You're very welcome, Sandra. One day I will demonstrate exactly how Orion runs a live. But in the meantime, don't go looking for him. Protect your mental health, she says. But I will be on either tomorrow or Tuesday. No, either tomorrow or Wednesday. It's Monday today, right? I'll be on at some point. Take care.